everyone. Okay, so time for part 2 of going over and commentating on the video uploaded by Incredibly Average titled Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, the real abuser finally revealed uncensored audio. Audio that was uploaded on January 31st, 2020. But the audio features a conversation/argument between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard that was recorded just months before they filed for divorce in May of 2016. So the video is from 2016, just at some point early 2016. And this was uploaded to YouTube in 2020, the beginning of 2020. And this video has almost 6 million views, but yet I never even heard of it. I didn't even know that this existed until today. Till just today. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go over the second half of this now because it was an hour-long recording. I wanted to break it up. So here we go.
You're months and you're this different person and it's wonderful. You're this. And sometimes I'm like struggling to stay connected with you, struggling to have 5 minutes with you, struggling to connect with you, struggling to have my friendship with you, and I can't fight with you. It's like, but they're so chronic that I have to go, what the fuck has changed? What thing has changed? Do you not remember how different? You were so different. You allowed me to.
I've been sitting here wondering what has changed. Do you remember how you used to be so different? Dude, come on. It's like you're not even trying to pass off this bullshit.
I allowed you to what?
And you were so present, and we were allowed to fight. We were not even fight. We had arguments. I mean,
you were present, and we were allowed to have fights and arguments. Translation: you were present, allowing me to take all my frustrations and anger out on you, and you took it and you dealt with it. And before you started removing yourself from the situations, to avoid the violence of my anger. How dare you no longer be that masochistic for me?
And me this time here on the couch, and it's amazing that we can actually talk. But I never feel that safe. I constantly feel like you're about to fucking split, and I don't want to feel like that. You made me feel meaningless.
You threw me out of the room.
Yeah, why wouldn't I if I know that you're about to split? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't about to split.
I hate it. I'm so sick of you splitting. You threw me out of the room. Well, yeah. Well, why wouldn't I? I knew you were about to split. Again, you're creating the situation you claim in which you fear. You don't fear the situation. You do fear him splitting. You don't fear him splitting for the night. You fear him splitting for good. And the more you beat him into submission, the more you're pushing him away, and he will leave.
You always split that. Why wouldn't I blame myself for my actions?
I was laying in bed watching television. I was laying in bed watching television.
I fucked up last night. I'm not going to defend myself. But I also can't blame me going to the finish line, and that's always where you drive it.
I fucked up last night. I'm not going to defend myself. But you can't blame me for fucking up because that's what you made me do. And you make me fuck up all the time. It's where you always drive it to the finish line. You can't blame me for that. But I can't excuse my fuck up from yesterday. For fuck's sake.
Translation: I hit you because you make me do it. I'm not going to defend myself for hitting you again, but when I do, I'll say it's your fault for making me so angry.
No.
But you're saying you thought you were sure I was going to split. But
always. I mean, that's just.
Why would I split if I'm laying in the bed with you watching television?
Anytime I tell you that I'm unhappy with anything, and it's typically the same thing. Anytime my voice, I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to think anything wrong. I've told you this 1,000 times. 1,000 times I've said this in calm and.
No, you're not allowed to have a complaint without the other side's input. If what you're complaining about is the other side, that's what you're not allowed.
Fights. baby, I don't feel like I'm allowed to just have a complaint, and you aren't allowing me the luxury of us just being normal human couples. Like, as soon as you get mad, you take off on a train. It's something, because it's not a
It's the same-
chemical.
it's the
It's
same-
strong.
no.
It's one day you were different,
It's the same.
and it hasn't been back.
It's the same changes that are happening in you. It's exactly the same. Huh? That is the case.
I have always allowed you to fuck up and be a human. I've always been able to have a communication with you. The difference is you make it so we cannot even communicate at all if it's anything negative. You go, you take off on a train, you don't get off. You don't come back around. You don't honor when you say, I just want a few minutes or I want a little time, but I'll be back. You don't assuage the anxiety and the stress that gives me and makes things worse with me by saying, hey, we will. Remember, Keeper was like, you have to say, I will be back in this amount of time, more or less, and then actually honor it. You have to come back. So I said, oh my God, if he did that, that would be great. And you never do it. You know, you don't ever honor that. You leave me with way more anxiety, stress, anger, and resentment. But in Australia, for a few months, you were so.
So were you. It makes a difference. I
I-
wasn't being attacked.
I'm not. I'm not.
So is she saying that in Australia, like, you were so good, like, and look what good got him? He lost part of his finger.
I've not attacked you any different. I haven't changed. I've not attacked you any different. I never attacked you. I never attack you. Just because I have a complaint with something you did is not an attack.
It becomes
baby.
verbally insulting. It becomes
At
all
what
kinds of
point?
shit. It becomes like right at the get-go.
See,
Yeah.
that's the problem. If you see any criticism as a verbal assault, of course we have this problem. We're gonna have it next time you do. God forbid I have a
Oh
problem.
my God, who does that sound like? You're allowed to criticize me so long as you come at me the right way. All right there, Katie.
Something you do. We're gonna be in this situation.
Say
Are you
nice.
ready for it?
Say it nice.
What if I'm hurt? Am I not allowed to be hurt and be human? That's the thing. You're not allowing me to be human then. You take my humanity
You're
from
talking
me.
about-
You're telling me I'm not allowed to feel
You're
things
talking-
and I'm not allowed to react because to protect you.
Last night happened because I was at Isaac's for too long. Next door.
You're allowed to feel things. We're all allowed to feel whatever we want. But what we're not allowed is to act on those feelings in ways that harm other people. We're not allowed to target some of our feelings onto other people for vengeance or yeah, just for vengeance, for revenge, for making them pay. Like we're not allowed to do that. And the people who determine that we're not allowed to do that are the people themselves, those people. And he's saying, no, you can't do that. You don't get to argue that then.
It happened because we could not
And for
communicate.
what? For what? What did we gain from this fight? From me just, the horrible fucking act of me being over at Isaac's for just too long
I did not
for you.
cause this because you were at Isaac's. You lie to yourself. Go ahead. You're just lying.
Then
to
why
yourself.
were you upset last night?
This did not happen because of Isaac's. This happened because we're fighting. This is not about Isaac's. We actually haven't really even talked about that. We spent 2 seconds on it because it's not about that. It's bigger than that. The point
This didn't happen because of Isaac's. This happened because we're fighting. Well, what the fuck are you fighting about then?
is I voiced a complaint. It could be anything. You could say, baby, you did something to hurt me. Which you did, and you admitted.
Why didn't you say that?
You admitted that you would feel that way too, and
Yes.
you said sorry for it. That
So
would
what's-
have been great, but I could not.
Then what are you bitching about? He said, oh, wow, you're right. That would have upset me too. I'm sorry. You won the argument. It should be over. What are you fucking still going on about for?
Feel safe saying that to you because I knew that your reaction would very likely be a defensive explosion and an attack and freak out and get up and walk away and all this stuff. So I wanted to avoid it. So I took an Ambien to try and go to sleep without even having to speak to you about it because I was really hurt. You fucking left me stranded. You didn't think about me. You didn't text me. All the things that you apologized for. You already apologized for it. Can you do me one small favor and not take it back?
I ain't taking it back.
Did he threaten to?
Stop defending it, please. You already apologized for it. It meant a lot to me. Do me one favor today. Don't take that back. This isn't Isaac. You know it.
Hmm?
This isn't about Isaac. You know it. It is about us not allowing.
Is it about me showering?
No, it's about you not allowing me to have any problems with you or be upset at you or mad at you or even hurt by you at all. You do not allow it.
If you could have just said it in a kinder way, a nicer way.
You're not allowing her to just hate you and hate on you without you trying to rectify the problem. You're not allowing her to make herself into your victim. You dick.
Way like, listen, I feel fucked over by what you fucking just did.
You wouldn't freak out.
No, I would say fucking, what is it? Like what? And fucking too long at Isaac's. You said you wouldn't be that long or whatever. You shouldn't. I feel stranded. I felt fucking left. Whatever. What am I gonna fight with that? Why would I get mad at that?
Oh my God, the first thing to do is I don't have to text you and I mean you just it would be shit. It would be a fight. It would be terrible. It would not be.
It was a fight.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fight. And
Then
it shouldn't have been. And so then the Isaac thing was the impetus because you were that was a lot of what you said today.
The hell is that?
But it's just a small example of a bigger thing. You know it's
Well,
bigger.
okay, so it's a bigger thing. It's coming from back in Australia.
No, it's like Australia we were allowed to fight. You can't sit here and tell me I can't feel things. I can't voice them to you. If we say to each other, you can't get mad.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Australia was great because she was allowed to fight and caused you to lose part of your finger. Damn it, you just need to sacrifice the rest of your fingers and it'll all be all right.
You can't be hurt by the other, and we're living in a fucking motherfucking fairy tale.
Look, then of course, nobody is able to and shouldn't hold shit in. But we can go to the other person and say, look, man, I feel fucked. I feel shit. I feel this. I feel that. And then we can assess how you feel. Well, fuck, I guess, oh shit, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I get it. Or fucking, I don't understand what you're saying, and you're wrong, and you're whatever.
But it's going to be the latter, and it's been the latter for months now, where that's your reaction is not ever admitting wrong, ever doing anything wrong.
He just did.
Admitting it. You always go
He just did.
straight to you're wrong, fuck you kind of thing. You don't say fuck you all the time right away, but I'm saying
always.
Like for months now, it's been I can't voice any complaint. I can't say I'm feeling fucked over. I can't say I'm hurt. I can't say you fucked up. I can't be mad at you. I can't be hurt. Nothing. Because
For the past few months now, I can't beat on you. I can't take all my frustrations out on you. I can't abuse you. Like, why this change?
I'm the bad guy. Oh, well, I'm always fucking up, and like you're always on me, and I'm always fucking up, and like getting mad at me for being honest with you. I've had a million fights where I'm like, I was honest with you. I told you how I felt. If you were me, wouldn't you feel bad? Yeah. Okay. Well, then, the fuck. We had these few months where we actually could even feel.
But when does she feel bad? Like, when does he get that?
Things and fight, and it was an argument. Even if I'm still trying to do it, because I see the bigger picture. You lose the bigger picture every time. And if you want to stay married to me, you need to figure out if you think you can. If you're going to lose sight of the bigger picture and only be my husband when it's easy, you're only going to be there for the ups, never the downs. You're only going to be there for health, not sickness. Every time it gets hard, you lose the big picture and you can't think about anything else but breaking up, divorce, fighting, splitting, running away. If you can't be the one to come around sometimes and see the bigger picture and know that it's not worth fighting for days, if you can't do that too, we need to walk away. I don't want to walk away. I don't want to end this.
But do you not think you instigate the same thing?
I'm not talking about instigating. I'm talking about ending.
But ending, you don't.
I'm talking about ending.
Yeah, but you don't always do that.
You're never the one coming to me and saying, let's not fight anymore. You're never the one saying, come just get into bed. Let's not go to bed mad like that. On the plane, it was me. In Toronto, it's me. It's always me.
On the plane here from Rio,
You don't want to admit it.
you were
Think about
losing your marbles.
Think about it.
I'm the one who came to you and said, let's calm down, please calm down. And you were blaming me.
Think about it.
Oh, yeah, no. But you see, you didn't come to her to, listen, let's make up. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't want to lose you. No, you said you're losing your marbles. It's not the same thing. I got to give her that. But yeah, you probably had every right to say, yo, stop. You're losing your fucking marbles.
Because your flight was going to get in late and you wouldn't be able to
Think about it.
have time before your thing.
Judging from their trip to Rio in September of 2015, this could have been around the time Amber was auditioning for the role of Mira in the movie Aquaman.
You ditched me last night, and I understand.
Ditched
I
me.
understand. How shitty.
He hung out with his friend for a couple hours. He ditched her.
That girl. And I understand my partner.
No, you don't.
I need to know what we need to do different. I need to know.
It's got to be done with your mind and your heart.
What do we do different if I have a problem? You
Tell
need
me.
to tell me how to tell you.
He's
different
told
if
you.
I'm hurting you. You need to let.
Like, I heard him tell you that like several times and just this part two of my commentating.
Me be able to be mad. Sometimes you're gonna make me mad. I'm a human. I cannot live where it's like,
Well, then it's the same thing goes for me then. You're going to have to allow me to get mad.
yes, exactly.
Okay, but I get mad and then you start fucking yelling.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to get mad at her for her being her. You're only allowed to get mad when when she leaves and you don't want her to be gone. Then you're allowed to be mad. But mad to the point where you chase after her. That's what you're allowed to be mad about.
I don't have to start yelling. I think I start yelling once it gets fucking heightened. I've gotten a lot better about that. It's just only I only start yelling when it's fucking hour 11 and we're really in it.
Yeah, you haven't gotten better about that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had 3 physical fights in the last month and a half, 2 months.
Sorry about the yelling.
Let's both pay attention to how we talk to each other, to respect each other.
We're not gonna do that all the time. Sometimes we're gonna be shitty or
Of
whatever.
course not.
But we make a promise to each other about the rings and the divorce.
No rings, no divorce.
We promise each other. Because I want so bad to feel like the marriage
I promise you.
worked so hard to make happen is like meaningful.
Wait.
Wait, yeah, what?
The marriage I worked so hard to make happen? Okay, carry on.
Don't talk about making the wedding happen. Talk about the 4 years we've spent together, please.
Yes, but I want to make it. I have those 4 years no matter what. But I fought for that wedding. And we had that wedding. Beautiful wedding. For what? If we don't. I want to, like, it means something that there's some
Yeah. It did mean something, and it does mean something. And I didn't get married to you to fucking just fucking, 17 more fights and it's fucking over with. We got married. I knew the fucking fights weren't gonna stop, but I thought maybe it would curb them a little.
I wanted the security back. I freak out. I freak out and cannot make normal decisions, calm decisions, or ones from the heart where I'm thinking of you more than me when I feel like you're splitting on me all the time. When the marriage is on a rock. I make the same mistake about throwing our marriage around. I won't do it again. I'm not going to do it again.
I can't make decisions that put you first, that favor you, that consider you, because you keep removing yourself from these horrible situations that I create. But
Okay?
Please.
I'm not, I promise. But there's something so anxiety provoking and scary and malicious and really just turns everything over when you split all the time. Please,
it's malicious, really.
if you really don't want to fight and you're not just trying to hurt me, which sometimes it is that, if you really love me and you do care about this, please find a good way to do it, one that's respectful. You can tell me that you are. I need to know that we will be able to talk about it, because the problem I have is when we don't communicate. It comes into me, builds up in me, and becomes cancer in me. It got worse every day when we were back from Toronto.
A
It got worse
cancer,
every single
really?
day. Not better, worse. Until we spoke about it. Until his birthday and we talked about it. Then it was okay. But I don't want to resent you.
I don't want to resent you. I don't want to not trust.
She's recalling these instances, these events, or whatever. She's recalling them as if she's narrating the inner turmoil that she was forced to deal with, as she martyred herself by keeping quiet as to not upset him. This is crazy.
You know how many times I've chased you out of the elevator in the hall? I gotta stop doing that.
What? Chase you out of the elevator?
I don't mean to be focusing on something, but if it's amazing.
Wait, chased you out of the elevator or chased out after you?
To me, and it is a major.
If things get physical, we have to separate.
No,
We have to be apart.
No, we don't.
Whether it's for fucking an hour or 10 hours or fucking a day, we must. There can be no physical violence.
That just means you don't really love her then, because you're not willing to sacrifice yourself to her anger. So you're just bailing on her.
I can't promise you that I'll be perfect. I can't promise you I won't get physical. But God, I fucking sometimes.
Okay, perfect people. It doesn't take perfect people to not get violent with your loved ones. In fact, you can be completely off the map of perfection and still not beat the shit out of the people you love. I don't know.
So mad, I lose it.
You can't promise you won't get physical again because you get so mad you lose it. All right?
I can fucking promise you I'm gonna do everything to change. You didn't even come home last night. I feel like I have nothing to cling on to. There's semblance of marriage or commitment or stability.
Wait, what?
There's semblance of marriage. Come home last night. I feel like I do everything to change. You didn't even come home last night. I feel like I have nothing to cling on to. There's semblance of marriage.
I think she said, you didn't come home last night. I feel like I have nothing to hold on to. Like, he went to his friend's house for 2 hours. She has nothing. There's nothing left for me to hold on to here. For fuck's sake. She's not even selling it well, like, for real.
Marriage or commitment or stability. I mean, if I can just get up and walk away and spend the night somewhere else.
You obviously can.
Obviously, you can't,
Yeah.
right?
Believe it's done if I do that. That's
So, because if she got up and removed herself from a violent situation and spent the night somewhere else, until things cooled off, well, in her mind, that means that the relationship is done. Therefore, it must mean the same in his mind. And if he says, no, I think differently than you, nope, not buying it.
marriage.
It's not a marriage.
We talked about it. You know why I left.
I do know why you left.
Say it. Say it.
I'm saying now, but I won't do the same thing. I mean that I will not do that. I will not fucking leave until some rational decision is made. If it's the end, it's the end. If it's fucking, if we can keep going, we'll keep going. But yeah, I promise you.
Well, at the end, leaving? I mean,
I hope you can trust me.
I don't want any loopholes. It's okay to leave. It's acceptable to do this. It's acceptable to say this about like splitting or breaking up or leaving.
I'm not even hearing like, I don't want you to leave because I love you so much, because it would break my heart, because I can't imagine life without you, because you make me whole. You fulfill my life, whatever, my being, whatever. No, the whole thing is you just can't split. You can't leave. Don't leave me. Promise me you won't leave. Why? Why is it you want him to stay around? Like, if you want to ensure that he's going to stay around, then tell him what it will mean to you for him to stay around. All that this is saying is, if you leave, that means that I didn't own you.
We should fall asleep together every night. Ideally, never mad. I'd love to say
Of course.
you could promise that, but I don't know if it's possible. I'd love to strive for it.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that last night, for sure.
No, I fucked up last night. I'm really sorry.
Holy shit.
It's affecting not just me, it's affecting our marriage. It's affecting how I trust, how I resent you, how I like you.
I fucked up last night. I'm sorry. It's affecting our marriage. Oh my God. I'm such a victim. I'm the victim of my fuck up, not you. Console me.
Without the fight being happening.
No, I know. But
I'm not trying to rub your nose in it. I feel sometimes like you omit something.
You trying to rub his nose in like it's a big pile of dog shit on a bed.
You acknowledge it'll be beautiful, and then you'll go back on it, kind of in your in the vocabulary after, and then I feel like, wait a second, is he taking it back? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but like I said before, there's not. I haven't cornered the market on that. When you start the fucking yelling, there's it fucking gets crazy. It gets fucking crazy. And that makes me not feel for lack of a better word, safe within the relationship. understanding of.
Not say physically, not emotionally, not mentally, not figuratively, not literally.
Oh well, it's just nothing. Because if it keeps going, if it's always sort of there, then I worry. Yeah, I fucking worry about the marriage. I worry how much longer can I deal with this? How much longer can she deal with this? Fuck, man. So I've had the same trust issues. I've had the same disappointments. I've had the same, maybe not to the degree you have. I'm assuming so, but yeah, man, when you start fucking honking, you know what I mean? It's pretty.
Call it out. Call me out on it and help me.
I will
Help
try.
me. You might
Yes, call me out on it so then I can get so mad that I beat the shit out of you.
even really doing it. You gotta help me.
I
But
will
it
try.
can't be an excuse to leave.
Wow, there's a lot to digest there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's telling him to help her by pointing out when she gets crazy and violent because she may not even realize she's doing it. They're victims.
I will try to help you. If I try to help you and I can help you, fuck what I leave. If I try to help you and I can't help you, say, baby, I'm taking an hour. I'm in my fucking office.
It's yes.
If you want to talk, you want to come get me. Otherwise, I'll come check on you in an hour.
That would be really helpful.
All right?
And I promise you I'll leave you alone for that hour. I promise you I'm not gonna freak out.
I just want you to have your time to be able to calm down, or my time to be able to calm down.
It really helps if you give it time. If it's not just
Say an
even
hour.
if you just say it will, in like I promise you, resume this. I just need to know that we will talk about it. Otherwise, I'm dealing
What?
with nothing that just festers and gets worse and worse. So you have to realize that in that kind of situation, a few minutes is fine, but after a certain point, it becomes worse and become way harder to reason, to rationalize with. Become that Kipper can tell you. He says he's the same way. That's how I work. And you work.
Who cares? Is he married to Kipper? What the fuck?
In the middle,
Yeah. I do understand that. I mean, I do understand all that. But I also want you to understand that, there were great moments of high hopes that it was just all cool. And then, whatever happens, this happens, that happens. Fucking, we have a spat or a fight or a fucking blowout. I just want you to know that the way you're feeling about being unsure of us, of the marriage, of this, whether you can trust me to be this, or whether you can, or whether I can do the same. I feel very much the same.
you have the added luxury that you take for granted. No offense, you do.
What do I take for granted?
That you have the added luxury of knowing that I'm there and that I mean it forever and that because I show up. I come, I'm knocking. I'm the one who asks to calm down. I'm the one
Yeah, sure. Lifetime of fucking beatings.
that comes to get you on the plane. I'm the one that comes and knocks at the bathroom door. I'm the one that comes into the house that you've run away to. I'm the one that comes to you and says this.
I'm the one that chases you down and stalks the shit out of you. It's what it sounds like. It's what it fucking sounds like.
It's right for this marriage or whatever. You have an added luxury that you just are taking for granted in such a big way. You don't know how much that means.
I go because I think, fuck, we're screwed. Can't live like this.
you from doing that again. Again.
Well, like I said, or like you said, you walk out the door. You walk out the door. That is the same rings off. It's the same thing as mentioning divorce. There's no talking unless we just want to try to be civil with one another as fucking people who are married. I hate to talk like, I hate even saying that kind of shit, but yeah, if I walk out again, I'm walking out. And I'll know that, and you'll know that. You do that, same deal.
I promise won't explode if we just do the things a little different in the fight. You know, like don't walk away from me. Do it in a different way. And I promise I won't resort to the same shit. I promise. Okay?
What you got?
I was just pausing it. I realized I was about to run out of battery and still rolling this thing.
Oh, okay.
So there at the end, we have
Okay.
Johnny telling her that
Okay, see, here's the thing. Like, she found a good mark in him, possibly too good of a mark, because she couldn't realistically use a lot of her same arguments that she's likely used in past relationships about how you do this, how you don't listen to me, how you don't care, how I'm not first, how you leave, how you whatever. Like, he's so fucking genuine in everything he comes across in his love for her. Like you just want to give him a hug after you hear this shit. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. So like she says that she just wants someone who will never leave. Well, you know what? She had someone who would never leave. She had someone there who was going to love her no matter what. That that was just going to overlook anything. There's going to always see her as and the way she wants to be seen. But that wasn't good enough. Like, she had to chase it away, because if she didn't chase it away, then that would mean that she didn't get to play the persecuted victim anymore. And it's playing the persecuted victim that's been how she's gotten her fix before. And if that's not going, if she can't do that and get her fix going forward, then how is she going to get her fix? Like, I mean, it's like that she's resorting back to past tactics and everything because that's what's worked for her. But it's, I don't think she really even knows what she wants. And it's not an excuse or anything. Don't get me wrong. It's not at all an excuse. I think this is pretty much not only acceptable behavior, but almost expected behavior from teenagers in their first relationships. But when you're 30 something years old, I mean, come on, dude, you got issues at that point, and you have codependent issues and probably substance abuse issues. I don't know. But, you need to grow the fuck up. But, yeah, well, I'm going to go over, I have hair sticking to me. I'm going to go over a couple other videos. There's one in particular I listen to most of, and it's truly heartbreaking. Like, you really do just want to get Johnny a big fucking hug after this. So, on that note, I'm going to end this. And this is the end of part 2. And I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.